Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. There's Donald. Hi. We are back again. Finally. Not that we were really taking much time off. Busy with, life things, I suppose, would be the best way to put it. So I hope everybody out there has had a, safe couple of weeks since we've been back and out and about. We've been doing a ton of traveling. Obviously, Taylor's not here. Whew. Circus Bear, good morning. Dreaming Tree, John. John, listen, I'm going to have to put you in timeout if we keep hearing these things about the Buckeyes. T-Dot. Good morning from Spain. Hope you had a good birthday. I did. It was nice to be able to see some family. Obviously, I didn't get to celebrate my birthday really at all last year, like many others. We had to celebrate it in, a lot of you probably were there for that, as we did like the live stream. But, yeah, so, here we go. Is it going to work today? I don't know. So we're going to see if we can get the stream actually going today. And maybe if we start moving, it'll help. Are you ready? Sure?
Almost. Are you running or moving or walking?
Let's just at least start walking because the stream is already going in and out for some reason. I'm really not sure what is going on. Sure, I don't have my VPN on. All right. All right. I think we might be back. Are you ready? We'll just see how this goes.
Beginning workout.
Beginning workout. You all right?
We can go whenever you're ready. It's not starting.
Back. Yep. Better again. I don't know what the heck is going on with the stream lately. It might be my phone. Might be service here in Disney. Maybe more people are showing up and I don't know. Who knows? Hopefully we will have a decent stream for today. All right. Good?
Yeah.
All righty. Here we go. Oh, I gotta do that. Bang, bang. Okay, perfect. Whew. All right, so good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Magic Kingdom Resorts. We were at the Poly. You can see the bungalows over here to our right. Beautiful place to run. You know, it's kind of unfortunate that I feel like the sun is rising a little bit earlier, obviously every day, which means it's going to be harder for us to get out here and beat the heat. But, still regardless, beautiful morning so far. Nice blue sky, no clouds. And, if you didn't see I'm trying to think how many times I actually ran over here for the stream. I think it was just once. I think I did the half marathon run over here. Because Donald was so gracious to bring me not one, but 2 donuts from Everglades. Whew, and they definitely hit the spot. It's a really nice place. You know, we're going to be able to hit the Poly, Grand Floridian. We're going to take the walkway all the way over to Magic Kingdom. And on top of that, if you're here and you want to have a longer run, you can actually go through the security area over at Magic Kingdom, and you can go all the way to the Contemporary. We're not going to do that today because security will obviously not be very fond of us filming going through there. So we'll go right up to it, and we're going to turn around. We're going to come back. And I don't remember exactly what the out is. So we'll let you know when we get to Magic Kingdom. So you have a general idea of how far your distance is on a single out, and then what it is on the back for a round trip. Boy, oh boy, I'll tell you what though. So while we were off, what was it? Did we run that Saturday before I left to go to Antigua? Yes? No, because we were down in down towards Miami. So took a couple weeks off. Obviously, we were going to Antigua a couple weeks ago. Videos to come shortly, hopefully. And leading up to that, I ended up like not doing anything at all. Didn't go to the gym. I didn't even really run that much, honestly, because I didn't want to get sick and catch something and then not be able to go to Antigua because it's, you know, a beautiful place. So then we came back and we went back up to PA, and I still didn't do anything. I did go running twice. We've got this old, they call it Rails to Trails. It's an old train track that they removed all the ties and the rails, obviously, and made it so that it's a like nice run path, bike path. And that was really nice. Something a little bit different. Oh, a bunny. Squirrel. So that was cool. But other than that, haven't done very much, so I can already feel it. Trying to have the conversation here and run at the same time is going to be taxing on me today. Whew.
Might the people get some ambient noise today?
Maybe. Morning.
Good morning.
If you call me breathing loudly into the microphone ambient noise.
That's more like ASMR.
Let's see. Somebody said, sorry, it's really hard to read the chat while we run, but I think it's Monica says, looks really warm there. 53 in Texas. It feels a little warm in the sun right now on my back, but ambient air temperature is actually not too bad. I think it might be in like the 60s.
Yeah, it's not 65.
So
It's steadily rising. 90 today.
I'm gonna walk for 3 seconds. Buddy, $20. Oh my gosh. Love your running videos. Please keep them coming. Maybe an update on any information on in-person runDisney events. Great. Wow, thank you so much. I will take this time to say that if you are enjoying these runs, I really truly appreciate it. But I would appreciate it even more if instead, in the future, of doing a super chat donation to us, that you would click the link in the description and donate to the Dragon Master Foundation. I'm actually wearing my shirt today, and you know, if you don't know what that is, it's an amazing foundation. They're raising money to help develop some better drugs for kids with DIPG, very rare and aggressive form of brain cancer, affecting mostly kids that are younger. And most of the time when they get diagnosed, they don't really have that long, a couple of months if that. So they've been working on some, there's a pharmaceutical company that's working on some new drugs, and Dragon Master Foundation is helping to fund that. And it's been shown to extend the life of these kids by quite a bit. So if you guys could, we would appreciate that. It's in the link. It's the link in the description. I think it's like Go Butter something. Might sound like a weird website name, but Amanda, who's the owner of Dragon Master Foundation, set it all up for us. And that way we just get a nice running total throughout the year, and our donations aren't tied to a single event. Like the Star Wars, which today we could use our 10K time for the Star Wars. I should have submitted it like as soon as I could, because in that way I might have my shirt by next week, but probably not. So, whew. But thank you so much, buddy. We really appreciate that. All right, now I will say, if you guys can't tell, hopefully it's not super bumpy. Has been a while since I've ran with the gimbal. Coming through Grand Floridian can kind of be tough because of the walkway here. So just always be mindful that there will be other pedestrians out and about, and you don't want to run them over. Whew. Michael, $4.99. Go have a donut on me. Thank you so much. Everglazed. Here we come.
Don't tease me.
I know. I'm teasing myself. Yeah, so buddy asked about in-person Run Disney events. Let's talk briefly about that. There really hasn't been any update as far as I know. I'm sure you guys did see the new virtual runs that they released for the summer. Those are cool. I'm not sure that I'm actually going to be participating in any of them. I actually haven't even had a chance to get on and look. We've been so busy doing 5,000 different things. So all right.
The Lion King this year.
The Lion King, yeah. Which looks cool. Don't get me wrong. Unfortunately, though, I do think that it is the nail in the coffin for Food and Wine. I don't think that we're going to see that happen this year, which in turn, we may also not see any of the Halloween parties or the Christmas parties. We don't really have any official thing yet. That could change. I mean, Disney did, if you guys missed it, did just announce that you can remove your mask in the parks when stationary to take photos. So that's pretty big.
If people are distant.
That's pretty big. So Donald said as long as they're distance. I mean, let's be honest. People probably aren't going to be distanced when they stop to take their photos.
No, but
But I mean, yes, yeah.
people to do the right thing.
Right, absolutely.
So that's the new bridge?
No, that's this one up here. Swing Bridge. So that, I mean, that's pretty big. That's pretty big news. You know? Which is really great, and hopefully things will continue to get better. But again, I've been saying this for a while. I think soon we'll probably see the physical distancing go away and the masks stay in place at least until the end of the year. Goodness, because I just don't know how or where they're going to put people if they continue to increase the capacity for queue lines and stuff. So, you know, I don't know. Well, we'll just have to wait and see. So this is the brand new walkway. And brand new, it's been here for over a year now.
It's new to me.
But new to Donald. It's wonderful. Nice and wide. Can easily get a couple of strollers down here, wheelchairs, scooters. This could be like the scooter raceway. You could like start back there on that other bridge and boom, 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 rev them up and you race, see who gets the Magic Kingdom first. It's really nice. And then we're gonna be coming up here to the bridge. If you guys haven't seen it, this is the new bridge that they just put in. Whew. Here it is in all its glory. Not a lot to see, I understand, but it is pretty nice to have. And if you guys didn't hear, we just did 1 mile. So I'm gonna guess that we've got maybe 1.25 miles once we get up here to where the security gate is. But man, oh so beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful walkway. I'm surprised that there really aren't a lot of people on it walking over to Magic Kingdom. Of course, I know everybody has the boats over here to use, but still, it's a really nice walkway. So, Nicole, imagine if you could have stats on the screen. Well, that would be nice. I will say that they wouldn't be as accurate, you know, because for this, so like let's say if I'm running during the week on Tuesdays and Thursdays, normally my pace is going to be a lot better than what it is here because I'm not having to focus my attention onto holding the gimbal and trying to keep it somewhat level. I'm also not trying to run and read chat, which is what I'm trying to do now. So my pace does tend to be a little bit faster, but that would still be kind of cool. Distances and, you know, if I wasn't streaming on my iPhone, if I had like a Samsung and we were using Streamlabs, might actually be able to do that. But on Apple, the iOS software, you just can't do as much with Streamlabs as you can the other stuff. So Samsung and I don't know, whatever other cell phones are out there these days. I feel like all I hear about is Samsung and Apple. So, oh, all right. So right here is where we're going to turn around, because right up ahead is the security once you get off the boat. So normally I try to come up to the color change, and it's about 1.4 miles. So when we go back, we'll have almost hit 3. But where we started at the Poly, when we go back around, we're going to actually add a little bit more distance in when we go back through the Poly as like a loop. So in theory, we'll have about 1.5 miles one way. So technically, we should only have to do this, if my math is correct, which a lot of times it's not, 4 times? 1.5 be 3, and then another one. So yeah. 2 out and backs or 4 one-way trips. So, whew.
Last week when I ran 8 laps around that community.
Michael, great question. Josh, do you have to run with a mask there? I couldn't do it. So, I think that it is still, I think it's still a gray area, right? I think there are some people who are running around, they don't have their mask on. We are always running with our masks on, and but I don't know that like we have to do it. So we kind of just do it as like, just try to be courteous to other people. I mean, granted, like, surely you guys can hear me breathing through the microphone. Like, I am like huffing it sometimes. And I know like some people probably wouldn't appreciate me breathing heavily as I run past them right into their face, you know. So so we always wear our mask, but I do see sometimes, you might see it in the stream here as we're running, there will be some people who like have it pulled down, and then as they approach people, they'll like pull it back up. I just leave mine up. It's really not that bad, to be honest with you. You kind of get used to it. So
it's easier to run in the mask outside than it is to do anything inside the gym with it. It's much better. So
yes,
because I struggle with that at the gym, but I have to wear it there. But running it like this isn't as bad. I don't know if it's the open air or the wind or the movement or all, but it's not as bad as you think.
Yeah, I think when you're outside and you're running, I think because you've got a consistent airflow blowing past your face, I think it kind of helps to dry your mask a little bit. It's not going to keep it super dry, but it does help, I think. So there's that. I mean, but who knows, you know. All right, ready? Who.Dave says the original plan was to have this walkway go all around the lagoon. That would be amazing. That'd be an awesome run, to go the whole way around the lagoon. Maybe someday that'll happen, but I don't know. That would be, you know, the thing about where this walkway is right now is I feel like it kind of still closes off from the public. I can't necessarily just kind of park my car and get over here without at least going through some type of Disney security first. Whether that's parking at the resort or parking at the TTC. I suppose that probably would be the case on the other side with Contemporary. So, I don't know. It would be cool though. I would love to have this walkway go the whole way around. That would be amazing. There's the monorail.
We're running so fast, it just looks really slow.
It looks really slow. That's funny. If only. There we go. We got some troopers that are walking instead of taking the boat. How's the temp in Florida right now? I think we said it was about like 65, right? When we started. I'm sure it's probably going to start heating up very quickly with no clouds and the sun just staring down at us. So, not too bad though. I'll tell you one thing though, guys, I'll admit, I ate way too much sheets when I was at home. Whew, I ate way too much.
That's allowed. It's your birthday.
I mean, I guess so. So we're going to be doing a lot of traveling. Taylor and I will be come September and October. A lot of trips back to PA to do weddings. And I've got to make sure that I'm not just eating sheets the whole time. Make smarter choices. Ate a lot of Wisconsin cheese bites and mac and cheese bites, which are almost the same. So the mac and cheese bites obviously have noodles in them because it's mac and cheese. Let's see, what else? Had a couple of mozzarella sticks, hot dogs with chili sauce. Oh my gosh, Sheetz has, this is probably what killed me the most. Sheetz has an amazing peanut butter mocha. Oh, it is so good.
Like coffee?
Yeah. So it's just like a regular mocha, right? With your espresso, mocha chocolate sauce. But, well, and milk, obviously. But they also add peanut butter in there. And it is, oh my goodness, it is just, it's so good. And what I've thought about doing is now every time that I know we're going to go to Starbucks, I'm going to bring like a tablespoon of peanut butter with me. So when I get my mocha, I can put the peanut butter in there and stir it up.
Don't they have peanut butter?
They do not. I don't think so. I remember going in one time and I asked if I could get some peanut butter and they said no.
I thought they used to have
So-
it for bagels, maybe not.
So they may have, maybe they just didn't have it that day, but
They may not have it at all.
that too.
24 seconds.
So we're at 2 miles
2 miles.
as we make our way back through Grand Floridian.
2 per mile.
And I see Taylor has popped into the chat. Taylor says lots of peanut butter mochas. Like, I know there were a couple days I think I had 2 of them. I'd have one in the morning and then like one in the evening. So it's a lot of sugar. I did try it with oat milk once. Just wasn't the same. I like oat milk, but I guess just not my mochas. Oh, some stores sell these small travel size peanut butters. So I could maybe get one of those
Right.
and then add it in.
Or you can just carry a jar around with you and walk out.
Carry a jar with me everywhere I go. That's the way to go. Just gonna let that guy pass us there. Whew. Getting a little warm though. Not used to it. So the morning that we flew up Wednesday, we got up there early in the morning on Wednesday, and as we're driving back, we Interstate 80 has these billboard signs, you know, they're like digital for highway alerts. And they were saying winter weather advisory starting tonight. And I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Well, Thursday morning, I was gonna go for a run. And I think it was like 33 degrees and snow's coming down. And it was kind of nice to start. And then I was just like, oh, it's over. I want to sweat and then be able to stop and not freeze to death from all my sweat. Whew. Morning. Thank you. Whew. Oh boy. Alright, I'm just going to take a little breather. Real quick. Race fan, isn't that why most of us run, to eat and drink what we like?
Amen.
Amen to that, except let's be realistic and honest with each other. Oh, there's $20 right there.
Pausing work
Well, we just found some money.
Resuming workout.
Anyways,
I can tear it in half and give you half.
that's funny. Magic in Michigan, good morning. So let's be honest and realistic here. Real quick about eating and drinking and running, right? For as much as I would love to say that you can eat and drink as much as you'd like, and as long as you get up and you run like a 5K every day, you're probably okay. Probably not the case. You've got to for as much as I ate last week, I'd have to be probably running at least a half marathon or more probably almost every day to beat back everything that I was eating. But it is a good mental thought. I mean, I like to justify my eating habits like that and drinking habits for sure. Whew.
I justify it that way.
I mean, and I do too, absolutely. There's plenty of times where, prime example, I did that half marathon here a couple of weeks ago, last month, 2 months ago now, back in February. And Donald and Elliot met us over at Magic Kingdom. Donald brought me 2 donuts. Granted, I didn't eat them both in their entirety right there. But then I also did have a Mickey pretzel with fake cheese and a large Coke. So everything that I just ran off, I destroyed by eating and drinking. But there's no doubt that it really, really helps. Oh, carbs are the issue. Probably are. It's always those carbs. All right. Catherine, will you sign up for the 2022 full marathon if it happens? Yes, absolutely. So we've talked about this on the last couple of streams when we're running. 100% I will sign up. I do really believe that it's going to come back. It's a huge revenue maker for Disney. I don't think that they want to go 2 years in a row without it. So my guess is that it'll probably come back at limited capacity. And I'm just hopeful that Dragon Master Foundation will be able to secure a dopey bib for me so I won't have to get on and fight the general public for a bib. But we'll just have to wait and see. But yes, if it happens, I'm definitely doing it. And we'll be live streaming as much as we can of it. Donald's going to be there too. Silence. Silence.
I'm pleading the fifth.
Silence.
I don't want to say anything incriminating either way.
RunDisney events are the best, no comparison. Yeah, they are amazing. I've only really ever done one other long distance run, and that was the Miami half marathon way back in 2017, I think. And that was cool. They did have, I think maybe 1 or 2 DJs set up along the track, but there were still a lot of people, surprisingly, who were just out and about, and they stood on the sides of the raceway and cheered people on, did all those good things that you would see at Disney through Magic Kingdom at 6 o'clock in the morning when the Castle Dream lights are on, and it's all lit up and it's so beautiful. A lot of people will cry. Unfortunately, I'm not in that category, but I do get very sentimental about it, and if you time it right, if you're not a super fast runner, when you go into Animal Kingdom, sometimes you can jump on Expedition Everest and they'll have it open just for the runners. And I did that, I think, my first year, and I think I did it last year when we live streamed. It was awesome because you just go right through. There's no wait. You jump right on the cars, go up, get off. It does eat up probably 90 seconds to 2 minutes or so. But if you're not worried about having a PR, which I really don't think Disney's a great place for you to try to have a PR. I think it's really an event that you should just, enjoy. Take it in one step at a time. So, it's great. And then my favorite part is coming into Hollywood Studios and the run from Hollywood Studios to Epcot. It's super scenic. It's that last little stretch. And it's my favorite. So, boy, I really hope that they do have it this year, coming up for 2022. But again, we don't know yet. Magic in Michigan, Easter candy is killing us right now. Well, I don't want to say that everybody that got me Easter candy that I didn't eat it, but I didn't eat it.
We didn't do any this year.
I mean, we don't normally either. But like, some of Taylor's family got us some candy. We kind of just left it at my mom's house. And I didn't eat any of it. So, trying to be better. Trying to think before I eat. So I think my biggest struggle with everything is drinking enough water. I almost never drink enough water. All right. Now this part's a little confusing. So we want to head back out towards the parking lot. This way. That'll take us back to the monorail. Scooter, anybody? Beep, beep. Morning. So, we're walking by where would be the DVC check-in side, I think. Pretty sure. And we're going to go back around and complete kind of our entire first leg here. So we'll take a right. And I apologize for not reading any of the chat. I will do that here in just a second. As soon as we get back out here to where the bungalows are. Yep. Just as I thought. Oi, 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 oi. All right. 3 miles. So we just did an out and back to Magic Kingdom and back. 3 miles. So we only have to do one more time and we'll hit 6. And then we'll have to do a little extra to get that official 10K part in there. So Who Dat Dave? The only thing bad about Marathon Weekend at Disney is freezing in the wait area waiting for the start. So that depends on how many you've done. Because there have been marathons where we have not been freezing, where they actually have to issue a warning because it's going to be so hot. As a prime example, last 2 years ago, now it would have been 2020s, it really was not that bad in the morning to start. It's really decent temperature, and it got so warm that they ended up cutting off part of the course. And so basically what they did was they felt that it was too much of a risk for runners, so they cut off all of Blizzard Beach, which I don't remember how much of that was, maybe 2 miles, maybe a mile, something like that. But they cut that off, and you basically just had to bypass it. And so it was a little bit less of stress on runners. So, but with that being said, we have been when it was 32 degrees at the start of the race. And we've had sweatpants on and sweatshirt and multiple layers. And basically as we started running and we got warm, we would take those off and we throw them off to the side of the road. And you might be like, oh my gosh, why would you do that? It's super wasteful. Disney actually has cast members and volunteers who will come through and they'll pick up all of that clothing and they send it to get washed. And then they take all those clothes and they'll actually donate them. And I don't remember exactly where they donate them to, but they do donate them, so it actually works out really nicely. Whew. Chris, good morning. Oh, who dat Dave? You've done 3 or 4 goofy challenges. 3 of them were quite cold. I mean, it happens. It happens. I know normally, and maybe it doesn't, maybe I don't recollect it the same way, but normally I'll have a beanie, like a cheap beanie that I bought from Walmart, and a cheap sweatshirt that I bought from Walmart, like just the, the plain like crew neck, Fruit of the Loom or something, whatever brand they are. They're only a couple dollars, and a pair of like sweatpants. And I just call those throwaways because that's what I do. And then I'm not usually too cold. I stay decently warm, I think, before the start, and then I'll take them off. Usually I'll always take my sweatpants off before the race even starts, because that's one thing you don't want to do. Be running, be sweating, and then need to take your sweatpants off, and like you're either getting trampled or you have to stand off to the side in the grass and it's all wet and damp and everything else. So, oh, good morning. I'm on my treadmill while watching. Awesome. Thank you for being here. Glad that we could help you get a little run in today. We're about halfway through. We're making our way back out to Magic Kingdom, and then we're going to turn around and come back. And we're trying to take it nice and easy today on the running, because it's kind of been a little while for both of us. So, morning. Especially for me, I forgot what it's like to try and run and talk and do everything else at the same time. Oh, here's something I'll show you guys. So they just finished all of this. This used to actually all have walls up right here, over here at the Poly. That's why this is all torn up, because they could get equipment down in there and everything. So they are making progress over here on these updates. And you can see they're now moving over this way. They've got like a little barrier up right there. Not that that would stop children or even some adults, but just to let people know. Ooh. Paula, hey Josh, thanks for the beautiful scenery. You are welcome. Chris, Polly, May 22nd. Oh yeah, that's right. Yes, should be pretty nice. I'd be interested to see what building you guys are in whenever you guys get here. To Disney Baker, good morning, Josh. Michelle, hey Josh, did you have fun in PA for your birthday? Yeah, it was good. It was nice to get to see some family. Some of which we hadn't seen in quite a while. Some we hadn't seen in a couple of years. So that was nice. You know, being a quote-unquote Floridian now, I would have liked the weather to be a little bit warmer, but it is April in Pennsylvania, so it's still a little chilly. Oh boy, that sun right now, you cross over from the shade to the sun, you're on two different planets. It's warm. But look at that view though. Oh man, it's beautiful. To Disney Baker, who's running with you today? Donald is here as always. No other special guest appearances.
Morning, guys.
Morning. Oh, that was a mistake. I stepped off into the sand. I sunk way down.
So you're not a run on the beach guy?
I am, but I run closer to the water. So it's a little bit more,
That's valid.
you know, not as much sink when you run. Whew. I'm gonna take another breather. Hi. Meadow, will we do a preview on the redesigned rooms? Will we personally do one? Probably not. I think they do already have some real photos. When I say real, as in like they went and took them, they're not like artist renderings of some that they've already redone. So you can take a look at them already, but probably not, you know. I don't think we've ever been kind of in that group of, you know, trying to get in there and be the first person to show you something brand new like that. I mean, obviously we always try to get there for opening day events like Food and Wine or Flower and Garden, but probably not. We have too many other things to worry about. So, oh, excuse me, I was yawning. Oh. To Disney Baker, great question. Do you prefer to run alone, or would you consider others to run with you? Well, I keep trying to run by myself, but Donald is just like, I'm running. No. I actually like to run together. It's really nice. In some ways, I think Donald helps to push me a little bit farther, and I think vice versa. I'll help to kind of push him a little bit further. So that's really nice. With that being said, though, like I know Donald, so I'm not necessarily like interested in running with like complete and total strangers. Because even though that we have a YouTube channel and everything like that, I'm more of like an introvert. Like I'm not always very open and talkative with people that I meet for the first time. You know, obviously I'm always like, oh, hey, how you doing? I try to chit chat a little bit, but you know, so yes and no. Actual runDisney events are also a little bit different. Everybody is super friendly, which is great. Really great. You kind of chit chat with a few people while you're running. And, but I will say, and nothing against this person, but there's always one who somehow has like the lung capacity of an elephant and can just talk the entire time. And sometimes it's nice, but other times it's like, all right, I just need some quiet for just a little bit. You know, and they're super nice people, but there's always at least one. Hey, 4 miles.
Distance.
There's a monorail. You know, I mean, if a lot of people out there in the chat, right? Like if you were going to sign up for 2022 and run that and wanted to have like a group run, I would be 100% totally down for that. That would be great. But if one of you does end up being very chatty, I may end up saying, oh, need a break just for a little bit. I think it was maybe 2019. I was doing the Goofy Challenge and doing the marathon, and I was up really far. I was up in group maybe D, and they had a pacer up there that was like 8.45 minutes per mile. And I thought, I'm gonna keep up with these guys as long as I can, and then, which was a mistake, and then I'll just, do it on my own, which was dumb because I burned up all of my energy in the first half marathon in the first whole half of the marathon. So, but reason I say that is because there was this guy who was an avid runner, and he probably could have been up in like at the front of the pack up in A, and probably just sprinted through it, because while we're running, he is just talking about this, being from Seattle, blah blah blah, just ran a marathon in Texas, something like that. I mean, on and on and on. I'm like, how are you basically sprinting right now and still talking? Couldn't do it. And I mean, I ended up falling back behind, not because he was talking so much, I just wasn't conditioned enough, but still, sometimes it's just nice to just kind of relax, not think about anything. Back to our turnaround. So you can see there's some people up ahead of us. They're going to continue walking to security. We're going to stop and turn around. If you guys are just joining us, you can hear the boat out there. This is basically Magic Kingdom security coming from Grand Floridian Resort. So we don't go through there because obviously you can't film or record or anything like that. So if you wanted and you're out here running, you could run through security. You'll still have to go through all the security measures, temperature screening and the metal detectors and everything else, but you could run all the way over to Contemporary, do a lap around Contemporary, come back through, and then back around. So The Disney Baker, do you use a windsock? What is a windsock? Magic Kingdom doesn't seem too busy yet. Are you planning to go? No. We have no park passes. There were none that were available, I think, all weekend for annual pass holders. And it might not seem very busy right now because it's first thing in the morning. I would bet probably by lunchtime it's going to be pretty crazy. Like a flag, a windsock like a flag? Oh, on your mic, no. No. So I know that, like, you know, there's a bunch of other people out there who, like, I call the pros, right? Like Josh and Jenna, like they're the pros, you know, Resort TV One, like they're the pros at like live streaming. They know what they're doing. And I think they might use an external mic. I mean, I've seen other people using them too. I don't use any of that stuff. It's literally just the iPhone on the gimbal. Nothing fancy. The only fancy thing is just we use Streamlabs. Yeah, we use Streamlabs to do this instead of going through YouTube, because YouTube, it doesn't allow me to pick what lens I want to use on the back of my camera or on the back of the phone. So on Streamlabs, I can use the really wide lens, or I can use the regular lens, or I can use the telephoto lens, you know, or, I mean, you can do this on YouTube too, but I could always like flip it back around like this. So you can see I'm wearing this is my Team Fired Up shirt for Dragon Master Foundation. Please consider donating to an amazing cause. There's a link down in the description. And then I'm always wearing this mask. This is the black. This is like the one I always wear in all the videos. It's got a strap on the back, so it holds it secure to my face. And it's like more cloth, not paper. I like, for me personally, like, I feel like it breathes pretty well. It does have 2 layers of the cloth, and it does have a space for me to put like a filter in, but I don't put a filter in there. So I just use the 2 layers. But, whew. Bree, good morning, and thanks for the fun scenery. You're welcome. Michelle, my friend and I trained to run and talk the entire time so we wouldn't be able to run with Josh. I mean, that is funny. Donald's laughing over here if you can't hear him. Well, now I feel rude that I said that, but like, I mean it like, I mean what I mean. I mean, sometimes it's like I just have to have a break a little bit. You know, I just can't be in conversation the whole time. I don't mind if somebody's like having conversation with multiple people, because then I don't feel like all the conversation has to rely on my shoulders. That's probably a better way to put it. Meadow, how can you run with a mask? God bless. I don't know, we do. It's not as bad as you might think. I think, I don't know, Donald, you probably felt like it was pretty challenging at first. No?
Last year when I started doing it in New York, like the first time I ever ran with a mask, it was kind of weird.
Yeah.
But again, outside it's not that bad. I don't really notice.
Yeah, so if you didn't hear Donald, he said, so originally Donald's from New York, and they moved down like the last like 6 to 8 months or so. But back in New York when he was running, he said it was really weird. But when you're running outside, it's really not that bad. And I really do think that that's probably because as you're running and you have air blowing across your face, it's helping to kind of pull some of that moisture from the mask. I could be totally making it up. In a sense, I kind of am, because I'm just speculating. But I think that that's what makes a difference. Because I go to the gym, and when I wear a mask inside, and Donald is the same way, it's completely different. There's almost no airflow, and your mask just gets saturated so quickly. It's crazy. Out here, I don't feel like that happens as often. So, it's really not that bad. Literally the hardest part is, for me personally, is trying to run and just kind of chat with you guys while we do it, and also make sure that the gimbal is right. So if you like look, you can see the shadow, right? So like, you know, here, that's the gimbal, that's my arm holding it out. I usually hold it closer to my body, so it's a little more ergonomic maybe be the right way to put it, but oi, oi, oi. Monica says, I'm not done with all the chattiness. That's like people in work meetings that always have to ask questions. Like, seriously, we are all ready to go. I have felt like that, I don't know how many times in some meetings. And especially when the questions don't even really pertain to what the topic is. It's like, oh, I'm ready to go. 100%. Love it. Oh, nice and cool in the shade. Oh, mister. Was this running earlier?
Yep. What's up, Josh?
Hey, how are you?
How you doing, man?
Good. Oh boy. Oh, I will say this, guys, tonight we are back with another copycat cooking series with our good friend Chef Adam. We are doing the Hallelujah biscuit sandwich from Chef Art Smith's Homecoming down at Disney Springs. This is a phenomenal restaurant, first and foremost. And this sandwich, oh my gosh, it's amazing. It's going to be great. And boy, oh boy, is it going to be good. I'm super excited. You might be signing up at the last minute if you want to partake and cook along with us, but you still have plenty of time to go and get your ingredients from the store, or you can kind of follow along and watch, and hopefully I don't drop any food on the laptop or anything else like I did last time. So super exciting. I'm so happy that it is back. We missed the last two cooking series, you know, because we were away and busy. We weren't able to make it, but boy, oh boy, is it going to be good. Taylor just posted in the chat a little link. Oh, I wonder if they're setting up for an event. We won't be able to run back through there. Good thing we already got in our run. So I'm excited for that. That'll be tonight at 7:30? 7:30. Good thing Donald's here. It's like I'm hosting the show, yet I don't know what time it is. 100%. Who Dat Dave, Homecoming has the best fried chicken or fresh fried catfish you've ever had. They do have some good fried catfish. They also have some amazing fried chicken. Which, oh boy, I didn't even look at the recipe. I probably should have. I think I needed to soak our chicken. Uh-oh. Whoopsies. I'll have to check that when I get home. I do know, I think at Chef Art Smith's, they do soak their chicken in buttermilk for like 48 hours or something. So it gets a nice flavor in there. But it's good. And maybe you're not interested in having breakfast tonight for dinner. don't just go yet. If you've ever been to Sanaa and you've had bread service, we're doing that. I don't know if it's next week or in a couple weeks, but Chef Adam will be showing you guys how to make your very own naan bread, basically the same as what you could get over at Animal Kingdom Lodge in Sanaa. So that is going to be fantastic. I could not wait for that one either. Oh, it's going to be so good. Nico had some great naan in Baghdad. Wow, that's awesome. I would love to be able to get out and explore and try some different cultures like that. Someday when the world slowly starts to go back to normal. But boy, oh boy, I always can't. I'm always shocked. 150 people are on, hanging out, watching, as we run around and I talk myself out of breath as I complain about other people talking too much. And thank you guys for being here and being so supportive and chatting along. And if you're just watching from the comfort of your couch with a cup of coffee, I appreciate that too, because I would kind of like to be on my couch sipping some coffee as well. I'm working up a sweat today though. Morning. So we are coming back into Polly, coming into that final little stretch here. Still have to make it all the way down to the far end. Tiki Man fan recliner and tea for me this AM, treadmill later. Nothing wrong with that. Last night for the podcast, we were talking Royal Caribbean, and I really wanted some Earl Grey tea, and I must have drank it all because I couldn't find any, so I had to drink green tea instead, which is fine, but I always have to add a little bit of sugar to it. Whew. Magic of Michigan, we love your lives. I think you do a great job showing what's going on and balancing the engagement with everyone, so even when you're running, so thank you. Well, thank you. Meadow 37, how long did it take you to acclimate to the heat and humidity? Donald, how long has it taken you to acclimate to the heat and humidity?
Still not there.
He's still not there, so that would probably be my answer. It depends on when you get here. I personally would say get here in May, and that way you will adjust very quickly because it's going to get hot. If you come in like September, October, you're catching the back end of that and you're moving right into like the best season of Florida, you know, the winter months, which are pretty mild and there's no rain. So there's not always a lot of humidity and it's really nice. So I would say Donald will probably feel like you might be acclimated probably by June.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So not yet. It's been so nice the whole time I've been here.
I know.
There's been no real, like a hot day's like, whoa.
Yeah. And it will get hot, but I think you kind of get acclimated to it at some point, and you know, you just kind of bear with it. Either, I think what we try to do, Taylor and I, we'll try to go and do stuff first thing in the morning to try and beat that heat. And then we'll come home. And then if there's really something else that we want to do because the days are longer, we'll go back out in the evening.
I've also been trying to spend time outside every day if possible for a little while, just
Yeah.
to be in it. Because otherwise you're inside now.
And that's the other really big thing I think a lot of people forget. When you move to Florida, you need to be spending some time outside almost every day to actually get acclimated to the weather. If you've got an inside job where you're kind of like sitting at a desk and you're in the AC all day, not even just sitting at a desk, like if you're, let's say if you're working in Walmart and you're inside, you're still in air conditioning, you're not really going to acclimate the way you should. I think for me it was so easy because when we first moved down here, you know, my job was outside. I was doing surveys for wildlife and everything and walking through swamps. So I mean, like, I was in the heat of it like right away, spending, you know, 8 to 10 hours a day out in the sun. So it all just kind of depends on your own personal self, I suppose. Ready?
Yeah.
What's the weather like this morning? This morning was about 65. Not real humid. Pretty nice. Even right now as we run, it's not too bad. You kind of get a nice breeze blowing over you. And of course in the shade it's really nice. But, you know, it was good. What was that? Did I see something about here in Niagara Falls? It's going to be 80 today. Very above average temperatures. Wow. I think Taylor and I might try to make a trip back up to Niagara Falls very soon. We went there way back in like 2012. Long time ago. We were both still in college and had a great time. And I've been wanting to go back ever since. So we have a wedding this summer in July, and we were going to drive up because the flights were so expensive. And then I just checked the other day and they dropped almost by like 100%. So we booked our flights. We made it a little bit longer, and we might try to make it up there when we go up. So I'm super excited because I love Niagara Falls. Hopefully Canada opens up its doors so we can go to the other side, because we didn't get to do that last time. I've been to the Canadian side, but Taylor hasn't, so. Oh, this one's funny. It says, run your shower on hot for 30 minutes every day, but don't get in there. Wait, and then walk into your bathroom and close the door and sit in there for 20 minutes. And that's the equivalent of Florida summers, which is actually kind of true. It does get very humid sometimes. I don't know if it's as bad as being in a sauna, but you might need to be in the Amazon for something like that. Almost there. Oh, sorry. Morning. Oh, where's that mile marker? I thought we were gonna hit it already. hate the anticipation. There it is. All right, we got a quarter left. Can you finish strong? I'll carry you. So we got 0.2 to go, which might end up putting us closer to Grand Floridian. Make sure you have your passports with you. Yeah, so we will definitely do that. Even when we fly domestically, I always actually use my passport instead of my driver's license. Makes me feel more official, even though I know that has like no bearing on anything because I could use my driver's license. But yes, we will definitely make sure that we've got our passports. And we'll be flying into Pittsburgh, so we'll be driving all the way up to Niagara Falls, which really isn't that bad. I should start bringing a bottle of water with me, at least for afterwards. So I think I'm gonna end up going in and buying a Powerade once we're done. Hoi! Almost there. So sorry guys, not reading the chat just a moment. We're just trying to finish up on our 10K. Almost there. Alrighty.
You good?
Woo. Excellent. You want to walk for a moment?
Yeah.
Oops, that's not what I meant to do.
Pausing workout.
Workout complete.
Time 1
Oh,
minutes. 15
does Donald like Florida?
Yeah.
Of course he does.
average pace 12 2 per mile.
I think it's really hard to not like Florida. I mean, it's like anywhere you go. There are going to be times of the year where it's going to be slightly unpleasant. But the winters here are just like so amazing that they pay off so well. To deal with the heat for a little bit in the summertime is worth it. So, Magic of Michigan, now go get a Dole Whip. I don't think I could eat a Dole Whip right now. I need a Powerade or a water. Probably a water would be better. But more than likely, I'm going to go with a Powerade probably. Ooh. Wish I could live in Florida, or wish I could live in Florida, I think. Yeah. Hi from Canada. Canada's side is amazing. It is for Niagara Falls. So we completed. We're just kind of taking like a little cool down walk here. Michelle says going in late September, it's really hot. It is. It's incredibly hot.
Yep.
Meadow just put peanut butter in my coffee and not a fan. So, okay, but you can't just put peanut butter in like black coffee. You got to have a mixture and you got to have the chocolate in there. It needs to be that chocolate peanut butter balance, right? Because I actually tried that yesterday. I put peanut butter in my black coffee. So I was like, surely it'll be something similar. It's not at all. And the other thing is that it will separate very, very quickly. And so you need the milk and the chocolate in there to help keep it kind of one consistency. Otherwise, whenever you start pouring your hot coffee in, yes, it's going to melt that peanut butter, but it's also going to separate and you'll have to continuously stir it if you're going to drink it, or like drink it out of a straw, but then you're still going to be drinking all the peanut butter from the bottom. So you had to do it the right way. You got to have, buy yourself some chocolate mocha, like I don't know, either like from a pump, you know, or like a squeeze bottle, whatever.
Or maybe mocha creamer.
Maybe mocha creamer. I couldn't do mocha creamer.
Well, I use that instead of milk. Like, I don't do any milk. I just put like a flavored creamer, so it might work.
I guess that would work too.
Maybe.
For me personally, that wouldn't work because I don't like if it's not right, sometimes it doesn't mix well, and it like feels like some grittiness in there sometimes. I don't personally like that. Also, actually, no, I know why I definitely can't do that, because when I have always gone to a smaller like coffee shop that's not like Starbucks, that doesn't use an actual chocolate mocha,
Yeah.
they use a mocha creamer.
Oh.
And to me, they taste very, very different. But regardless, try any of those and then add your peanut butter in there. That's the way I roll. Might as well at least try it once. You never know until you've tried it. Have you had bulletproof coffee? I've seen it. I do have some, what is it, MCL oil or whatever? MCT oil. I've put it in my coffee before, but I've never like blended it so that it's a nice smooth consistency, because I don't even know how to describe it. Like the flavor that the MCT oil gives off is not for my palate.
What is that?
So bulletproof coffee is, you can really use any type of coffee blend, and then they use MCT oil, which is like a fancy oil that like they advertise as like for weight loss, and you put that in there, but then you put it into like a bullet blender like I have, and you blend it together, and it like emulsifies it like all together, and so it's one consistent smooth, it almost has like a velvety feel to it when you drink it. A lot of people really like it. But for my palate, I just can't do it. I've tried. I really have. It's like literally a full bottle is like just sitting in the cabinet. I'm like, ugh. I'm also very lazy sometimes when it comes to coffee. Like so I'm lazy, but I'm not, right? Because I grind my own coffee. So
I was going to say.
I know, Donald's like, okay.
I'm lazy. I use a Keurig.
Yeah. I mean, I used to be lazy like that. No. I'm lazy in the fact that like I just want my coffee to be black, so I just grind the beans, and I have a pour over too. I'm really not starting to sound very lazy at all. So I have a pour over, but like after that, I don't want to have to do anything else. Like that's enough work. I don't want to have to put it into a blender and blend it together with MCT oil or anything. So. Let's see, talking about the Canadian side for Niagara Falls, absolutely beautiful. It is 100 times better than the American side, no doubt about it. I was there like when I was younger. I think I might have been like 12 or 13. So I remember most of it, but I don't remember all of it. I do have a stronger memory of the US side just because Taylor and I did a lot more stuff. But it's still really nice. And I'd love to be able to stay on that side too, over on the Canadian side. Bulletproof is a big keto thing. So yeah, I should have led it with that one. That's or grass-fed butter is another thing people do.
Grass-fed butter.
Grass-fed butter. So it's cows that are only fed grass, right? I mean, I don't know. See, that's where we start going down like a crazy line for me. I'm just like, just give me the beans. I do use filtered water, but other than that, it's like I try to be as simple as possible. Let's go flying. I drink too much coffee to have a process. I also drink a lot of coffee. I used to drink a ton of coffee when I had a Keurig because it was so easy for me to throw a K-cup in there and just do it. But now that I grind my own beans and I have to heat the water and I have a whole process of doing the pour over, it's actually forced me to drink less coffee. So instead of drinking like 4 or 5 cups a day, I drink probably 2. I'll have 1 in the morning, and sometimes even that cup in the morning I won't finish, and so I'll just keep putting it in the microwave until I do finish it. And then sometimes around dinner time, I'll have a cup of coffee. But let's go flying. You're a few hours southeast in Ithaca. I've been to Ithaca. I went to college at Mansfield, Pennsylvania, and I have made my way up into New York. I actually went whitewater rafting in the Adirondacks. And it was not the greatest time of the year because the rapids were not very good, but it was still fun. I'm sorry, I'm getting coffee now, and it's been a process. Where's Taylor getting coffee at? Did she really? Wonder if she went to Dunkin' Donuts. So, funny thing is, while we were back in PA, Taylor has hated Dunkin' Donuts for like ever. And then my brother's like, oh, no, you should try this. Or maybe it was her mom. Oh, no, you should try this. So then they go to Dunkin' Donuts. She's like, oh, this is the greatest thing ever.
What is it?
I don't know. It's some like iced coffee or something that I wouldn't like. So admittedly, I kind of just block it out.
Some sugary drink that just has a shot of espresso in it.
Probably.
Coffee?
Probably. It's not like, I'm sure it's not like Gideon's peanut butter iced coffee.
I was going to say, I'm down to 1 cup a day, but if I could get my hands on that more often, I would drink it like all the time. The best.
So good.
Very peaceful here today.
It is. It's super peaceful here today. Man, I can't wait and hope Ohana and everything starts to open back up at some point. Probably won't be till they're finished with the front of the building, but who knows?
There seem to be big plans for things and lots of rumors going around now for summer all the way through the rest of the year. So
Yes, which is kind of crazy.
maybe.
But they have officially canceled the hotel project that was over between Wilderness Lodge and Fort Wilderness, unfortunately. So
nature one?
Huh?
The nature one?
Yeah, they obviously they had put it on hold, but they've now, I think they've put everything out of there. So it's probably not going to happen for a couple years. Diana, greetings from PA, just did the same run last weekend when we were staying at the Contemporary. Oh, that's awesome. So there you go, prime example. You can definitely, like I've been saying, and I haven't done it yet, but you can definitely do that run through security and back around. Ooh, oh boy. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. I am now going to end the stream. We have come to the end. We've got our little cool down walk in. We're heading back to the car. Again, thank you guys so much for being here and all the support. And I'm glad that you guys are enjoying the runs. We will be back again next Saturday, as far as I know. Location to be determined, as it is most of the time a last minute thing. And again, thank you guys, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.